Good morning, KP. It's Miss Perkins again. So let's get this started right away. We have a busy day today because I'm going to be seeing you later on Google Meet. All right, so look up here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's right. So we're going to say the whole thing like we normally would with the blue writing. Today is, look up here, Thursday. Then the month, April 16th, and the year 2020. Great. So now let's move on to our no school days. We're counting those red dots, and we're counting on from, you know it, 13. So here we go. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Right here's the number, 24 no school days. All right, looking outside your sneaky back door or your window, what do you see for the weather? I'm going to start asking you to say what you're seeing, because if you're not seeing this message at the same time that I'm sending it, it might have changed a little bit. So I'm looking out. I know what I see. I'll tell you, it's a little bit partly cloudy right now, but for you, well, maybe it's not. So whenever you get this, I'm going to leave it kind of blank, and I want you to say it for yourselves. So we'll say this part here. The weather today is, and whatever it is at your house, you say it, and that's that. So now, as far as the message for today, let me read for you what it's saying. I'm going to read the beginning, and then I'm going to show a few things. So here we go. Today is Thursday, April 16th, 2020. We are continuing to study about taking care of the earth. That's right. Please find at least one item that you have reduced, reused, or recycled into something else for our Google Meet chat later today. So they're called the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, recycle. What does that mean? If you're reducing something, you're making it smaller. And there's a lot of things that you do with that so that you can make less trash in the world. If you reuse something, it could be clothes, it could be items that you could recycle, but you choose to reuse them. That's another way. Recycle is when you put it in your own, well, at school we have that blue bin, but at home, what color bin do you have? And what kinds of things do you recycle that don't go in the trash? The key is those can be changed into something else. So I'm asking you to think about the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, recycle. And I'm going to show you a few examples. And yours don't have to be like mine. You can be as clever as you want. So, for example, you're going to learn what kind of coffee I drink. And you know I always talk about, Miss Perkins needs another cup of coffee. Well, this is what I use. It's called Folgers. And if you look really carefully, this container is kind of a fabulous shape. I'm thinking if I were to take the plastic part, which can, yes, peel right off, I could even remove the cover, I would end up with just a clear jar. I might go outside, I put some water in this, cut some flowers, put it in there, and it could be a lovely vase. You could even decorate it with different things. I'm also sometimes thinking that when the cover's back on it, I sometimes give these to Extended Day, and there's a teacher there, and he turns these into rocket ships. What? There's some, turn it a different way. Maybe you're seeing something different. I don't know. But something cool with a cool shape, your eyes kind of go, oh, I know what I'm seeing now. And yesterday, when I was showing you all about the math game, well, this is the thing. You can do lots of things with covers. You can make your own board game. You can play chess and checkers with different pieces of bottle tops and caps and different caps for things. They can be the players of like games and things you make. Lots of interesting things you could turn that into. Or maybe, I don't know, combine it with something else. Could it become a propeller down for like a boat? Could turn it into a boat. Could it be on the front? And maybe you put wings and turn this, you know what it is, has a little bit left. This is for paper towels, right? It could be an airplane. I don't know. Maybe you put a bunch of these together and you make, you know, the V formation, and you can have them all flying, and they could be, you can turn them into making different kind of birds. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. These look like, if you were to put it maybe on something this way, they even look like leaves to me, like some of those budding leaves, or those propeller ones that they're the seeds that fall off of oak trees. Oh my gosh, so many options. Then Anna made this one a long time ago, where she had some cards that she had used for something else, and she wanted to make a structure. Remember those words that we use? That's right. So she put them together to make her own structure. Could you make a structure of a different size, shape, or an enclosure? What could you put in there? Again, so many options. Really cool. Here's another thing. Now, do you remember back in the winter, we made special candles for all the winter holidays? Well, guess what? You might not have known this, but all the teachers, including Mrs. Stein, our friend, were eating the yogurt like this. So watch this. These kind of yogurts, and many others too. You can even use plastic ones. This happens to be glass. This peels right off. We collected enough for all 4 kindergarten classes. We peeled those off, right? I gave them to all the kindergarten teachers. Then all the teachers had the kids use different kinds of colored tissue paper and Mod Podge. And so you could do that on other things, but we particularly did it on the glass because these were good for making candles. I could go on and on, but today, when you come on to Google Meet, I want you to bring something with you, but this is the thing I want you to think about. I want you to bring it, and when it's your turn to share, great. But I don't want to be hearing the entire time, right? We're going to be like we are in school. If you had something in front of you, remember, we do common courtesy, we wait our turn, we listen for others. So be thinking about that, because when it's very tempting, it was fun for me to play with all those right that minute. But right, if there's everybody else is trying to listen, yeah, not so much. Maybe I'll do it later. All right. So think about that. When you come together later today, I look forward to seeing all the ideas you come up with, because I know how clever you are. All right. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.